All right, my Forex family, this is Sydney Guajardo coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas. Ready or not, here we come. All right, so yesterday I said that I would dedicate 2 days of scalping. Scalping is a more of an advanced strategy, and I've developed some indicators for that. We go over chart training every day, so those of you who are watching overseas, you could just on today's video we'll be going over scalping, so you can look at previous videos because charting is all the same. Whether it's today or yesterday, you still get the way we teach how Forex trade pairs move. So we're going to use the Rochelle today. Let me erase some lines here. All right, so the only two pairs that I scalp with is is with gold and with US 30. Okay, so let me see here. Nope, that's not it. I'm going to move this back here. Just as some random place, okay? And I'm going to use some tools here. I'm going to use a highlighter and a spotlight. Okay, so right now it doesn't matter what we're trading, but we're going to use US 30, which is the New York Stock Exchange in America. Okay, this right here, this squiggly line, we call it the money rope, okay? And this just shows the movement of money. Okay, what's down must come up, what's up must come down. Okay, so you have to follow these. These three things are very, very important to this strategy. You have to follow where they're going, okay, and they all have to line up the same way. Okay, this is based on 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and 45 seconds. And I'll let you know what that means later. But just like scalping and any other thing that we use, technical analysis, you have to find out what the trend is. Here, let me see, there really is no trend. It's just kind of moving flat, right? So let's move this forward a little bit. Apparently, it doesn't work when I have. Okay, let's look for a trend. Okay, here's still no trend. Okay, you can kind of see one here. Look. Here's the trend. It's going up. It's an upward trend. So that means you want to take any trade you take, you want to take it long, because if it gets away from you, at least you know that it might come back. At least you have a chance, okay? So now that we know that this is the money rope, the 15 second, 30 second, 45 seconds, they all have them, okay? That's what we call it. Just for layman's terms. Okay, and this right here, now that I have it here, we call this the money street. Okay, and so if you're on this side of the street, more than likely the money's going to come on this side of the street. If it's on this side of the street, more than likely it's going to come to this side. So whatever's down must go up, whatever's up must come down, right? It just makes this V form. Now sometimes you'll do some of this, but most of the time it's doing this, right? Okay, so that's, once you understand whatever's up must come down, that's the biggest thing in Forex. Now, it's not always that easy. There's always a lot of things you have to do to understand Forex. Okay, so getting back to this here, all this stuff right here is very, very important, okay? This right here, we call it the vessel. We call this the vessel. And all it is where the money is right now. So you see it's at 26,743, 26,743. Okay, so everybody got that. I'm going to erase all this. All right. So how do you know when to take the trade? First of all, let's do this. First, you got to get set up. I usually scalp right in the beginning of the U.S. session, which is at 8:30 Central Standard Time. New York opens at 9:30, which is 1 hour after us. So I have my demo account here. And what I like to do, I like to shrink it. And mind you, you don't do this when you're getting ready to trade. You do this right before, okay? You be ready to go to take a trade. You line it up just like, oh God, please, really? Let's put this stupid thing over here. What's going on? All right. Put this right here. Stretch it over as much as you can. All right. So let's go to US 30. We're not going to take any trades, but I'm going to show you. Okay. So anyway, this is current time. So the US 30 is going down right now. Okay. So how do you know when to take a trade? You know when to take a trade when the vessel is over the rope when you're going long. Okay. I'm going to put this down here. So when the vessel is over, when it's pulling the rope, let's kind of move this forward. You see this? Let's go this way. See how the vessel's over the rope here? It's over the rope here, and it's not quite in the middle. They're kissing. Well, we don't allow kissing here, so that's not a trade. You have to wait until the vessels are over the rope to go north. Put this up here like this so you can see what's happening. Now this is real time, but this was back. Let me move this around here a little bit. Okay, so this was back in July 17th. Okay, so let's move it forward a little bit. Okay, you see how the top vessel is still over the rope. This is over the rope. This one's still kissing. It's not a deal yet. Let's move it forward. Okay. Okay, so this is in perfect position to almost take a trade. Look at this. Okay, so the first agreement is that the vessels have to be over the rope, like it's pulling the rope, like you're towing a rope, right? Let's see if we can find a trade. Nope, it's getting worse. You see how the vessels, it's pulling the rope down? So now you want this one to get under here. Not doing it yet. You just have to be patient. Okay, you see the yellow stick here, or the green candle? This is already starting to pull it up, so this is something you have to pay attention to. Nope, still not a trade. Nothing, nothing, nothing. All right, so you got a big green candle. If this thing continues, watch these. Look at this. You see how it turned light gray? That means it's going north. It's going to be a buy. This one is too. This is starting to turn gray. This one's starting to turn gray. But they all need to be above the rope, above the rope, above the rope. The ropes need to be yellow, and they all need to be gray screens. All at the same time. Nope. Yeah, you see this one's not going to work out. Okay, this one did a strong pull down right here. You see that? All right. It's just not working out here. This one looks like, nope, just turned. All right, you see how this one turned red? This one's turned red. This one's about to turn red. This is still in the gray screen, so it's not ready yet. Look at this. It's already starting to turn. Look at that. That's a pretty much a turn. This one's about to get soft. This one looks like it's going to get soft here. Nope, not a trade. Okay, you see these 3 candles, you got a buy signal here. This one's already starting to pull the rope up. It's pulling it up. Okay, everything is above here. Right there, on that buy signal, you don't take the trade, but you take the trade right there. Look at that. You made a little bit of money right there. You still would have been in the trade. That's when you get out, right there. When you see that long wick, that's when you get out. It goes in slower motion, but you know, let me change this to a slower time frame. Okay, so this is red. It's already starting to turn. Look at the vessels underneath the rope. This one's way under. See what happens. Oh yeah, here you go. That's a trade right there. You take the trade right there. Obviously, this would it doesn't come out with a dark red candle just like that. It comes down in increments. But look at that. That's where you take the trade. It would have probably been right around here. Look at that. You would have gotten out right there. It did. You just don't all of a sudden see a yellow candle or a green candle. It flickers first. That's when you know to get out. But let's see this. Above the rope. Above the rope. Yep, look at that. Probably stay in it. Let's see what happens. Look at that. Yep. It's probably going to go down now. This candle went all the way down to here. That would have been a good call to make right there. Look at that. You see this candle? Above the rope, above the rope, above the rope. You would have gotten in right here because it came up to here and then it came back down. But by that time, the vessel was still over the rope. See how this candle came out? It was dark gray. That's what you're looking for. There you go. That's the trade right there. It's pulling the rope down, pulling the rope down. It's almost a trade. Nope, not a trade. Give me 1 second here. Here's one thing about scalping. It's very difficult to make money when the trade pair you're trying to trade is not moving very much. This is the movement we need right here. So let's kind of go back to here. Right there. Right there, it looks like there's some movement. It's starting to pull it up a little bit. Still pulling up. Look at that. Right there is where you take the trade. It probably stopped right there. Look at that. That would have been a huge move. Big move. Right there, if you would have taken that trade all the way to this point here, is probably where you want to stop. That's huge. Talking about maybe taking a month off. See, it's already starting to turn right here. See, it's turning dark gray. Let me show you. See right here? Starting to turn dark gray. This one looks straight up like nothing Like nothing's going on. So see what the next candle is. See that? That's the perfect time to get out. So you'll know scalping isn't something that you want to do right away. You want to learn how Forex works. So you have to learn how to get out of trades. So let's look at gold. It's not so erratic, but sometimes it is. Okay, so this is way back in September, looks like. Oh, no, we're on a minute. So this is 9:30 in the morning. Okay, so these hooked up, yes. All three of them, yes. Okay, so right now the vessel's over the rope, over the rope, over the rope. This one's not quite there yet, but it looks like it wants to pull. There you go. Boom, as soon as it goes right there, now you look for yellow. When all three are yellow, take the trade. Right there, take the trade. Boom. It'll go up. See there? Boom. Just like that. That big a bump right there makes huge money in gold. Huge money. I'd get out at the top of the candle right there. That kind of wick right there, that just made so much money. So it's starting to turn red. You see how it's starting to pull it down a little bit? It's not ready yet. Not ready yet. It's not ready yet. There it goes. Take the trade. Everything's red. I mean, back to back, you took good trades. The indicators know when to tell you to get out. Bottom line, it's very difficult to take trades when it's in the. You see these three lines here? It's very difficult to take trades when you're right here because it can go right or left. So you just kind of have to know. These are Bollinger Bands. And these will tell you, this kind of judges volume. So you want to take trades that are up here and start looking for them to go south. When they're down here, you want to start looking for them to go north, okay? And you can pretty much tell where the money's going just by look. You see how this one was right there, boom. You see how it was in a downward direction? We moved over 1 minute, boom, it started to go up. So this is a good indicator that this gold is going to go up in price, okay? So it's over the money bar, over the money rope, over the money rope. Look at this. Nothing yet. Whatever's down must come up, right? Look at that. Here we go. Look at that. You see that? Kind of hit there. Looks like it wants to come back down. You see how the Bollinger Bands are turning down? That means it's trending down. Let's just kind of look at it. See it kind of going sideways. It's very hard to make money that way. There you go. Look at that. Everything's lined up. Just made 2 huge candles, 3 candles, 4 candles. Man. 5 candles. Oh, are you kidding me? Starting to come back down. Yeah, when it gets too good, you know it's going to come back down, right? Whatever's up must come down. That's just a fact of life. Look at this. If you would have taken it down here, you still would have made a bunch of money. It just keeps on going. Look at that. The benefits are unbelievable. You just have to learn how to trade Forex. That's why I promise this thing just keeps going. That was all today. You just have to learn Forex. I promised the students yesterday that I would go over scalping the next couple of days. I'm probably not going to do any more scalping today, but you know, let's go to King Solomon and we'll just go over 3 trades real quick. Let's go to euro dollar. See what we have going on here. All right, let's open this booger up here. Let's go to a 480-minute candle. Look at that. We had business here. Couple hours. This was yesterday, 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. I'm sorry. And 2 hours later, King Solomon gave a signal to go short. It sure did go short. Look at that. Overnight. Very, very nice. So pretty cool. Let's go to dollar yen. All right, so this was a couple days ago. These signals worked perfectly. Look at that. Signal came out here, went the distance. This signal here was, you kind of have to not take a trade when closing time's happening because it just won't, there's not enough volume to push it through. Euro JPY. Very nice move today. I was in this trade today. Made some pretty good money. So I got in this trade here today. I saw it come in and I took it, and I just got out before the close of business. So the volume went low. That's why everything kind of moving sideways. So right now, the best time to trade, I get up at 3 o'clock, in the morning. But I trade for a large hedge fund that's in Australia. And I like to trade the European session, which starts at 2:30. So I let all the dust settle, and then by the time I get coffee and get up here, it's 3:30. And I'll trade till about 9, and then I'll look for trades from about 9 to 1, and then 1 o'clock to now. I try not to do anything in Forex because it's just, there's nothing moving. So when I usually get up here, I start looking for trades about 5:45, and I'll start trading about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Maybe I'll take a couple trades, close them out, and then recharge the batteries and go to bed. But that's the life of a trader, just looking for trades. This one kind of moves sideways. This is typical of Aussie dollar. You see all these, there's like a yellow and then a red, yellow, red. I mean, there's just like a bunch. I mean, there's no really solid colors going through. That's why this is so hard to trade Aussie dollar. But one thing you have to keep in mind, there is always going to be a trend. As much as it went back and forth and sideways and all type of stuff, it still went up. If you would have taken this signal right here, which was 8 o'clock on July 24th in the morning, stayed in all weekend, look at the money you would have made. That's huge right there. You know, it's very hard to stay in a trade overnight, especially over the weekend. That's why I only like looking for 15, 20 pips. So, so tomorrow we may cover the scalping a little bit more, and then the half of the next part of the show, we're actually going to look for some trades. So there's not a lot of people that do scalping anymore because it's so difficult. It's kind of like handling a fish out of water that has a bunch of soap on it. So the reason why I wanted to show people scalping is I haven't covered it in a long time. But after about 3 months of demo trading and learning how to read, you should learn how to read charts here in about 60 days. Okay, that's what the average student takes. And there's going to be some questions, and that's why we have a Trading Places channel. And I'm kind of disappointed because there's not a lot of students that ask questions. They just, well, I'm not disappointed, but because they're going out and trying to make mistakes on their own. That's what the demo accounts are for. So that's good. But I'm just going to dedicate every day to reading charts. I'm looking for pound dollar if you're interested in this trade. I've been looking at it all day. It's at the top of the money right there. And I'm going to take this trade short when it gets to here. Oh, I need a horizontal ray. That's what I need. There it is. I'm going to take this trade right here at 1.2910. Is it going to go short? I don't know. All I know is that this is a very good support line. Do you see how the candles in previous hours, maybe last week, 2 weeks ago, it all touched here. And when it touched this line, it bounced. That's what we call, when the money's coming this way, we call this a support line. When the money's coming from here, it touches, we call this a resistance line. This is a very, very, very powerful support and resistance line because it hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. 6 times. So, and every time it hit it, it respected the line and came back down. So we're going to use this as our entry, 1.2910. And it, look at this, it has the potential of really knocking it out of the park. I'd say it could come down to here, right about there. And I'm lining it up with this, right there. God dang, I'm pretty good, huh? Have I been doing this a little while? Line that thing up and the arrow just touched it. So this right here, my friends, is a monster trade. Let's take a look at this. Chart calculator. I'm not going to do it that way. It's just, let's do it from here to here. Couldn't see the lines. That's 255 pips. Some people don't even get that in a month. Yeah, my all-time record is 7,900 pips in 1 month. Pretty proud of that. So, but anyway, tomorrow, today wasn't a bad training. Scalping isn't my favorite. It's my favorite strategy because you can make so much money at it. But when it comes to teaching, there's not really much to it. It's just make sure the vessels are over the ropes, make sure all the screens are the same color, make sure all the dots lined up, and make sure they're all the same color. But anyway, so I'm gonna go look for some trades. Look for me to call some trades out tonight if stuff is moving, and if you have anything, just reach out on Trading Places, and I'll take care of you. Hey guys, I know the world is kind of a crazy place right now, and we do need a heavy dose of niceness, if that's even a word. So love your family like you love your neighbor, and give everybody a hug, because they can be taken away in a heartbeat, whether it's a car accident or whatever. Here today, gone tomorrow. So, and also remember to help someone out, because I really believe that we were put on this planet to help people that can't help themselves. So go out and help somebody, and sanitize your hands. But anyway, from Trading Places and Sid Guajardo, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.